Hello and welcome to the Hong Kong Race Days. We are previewing the Bank of China Hong Kong Race Day, where it is the lead-up day to the international meeting next month. So we have 3 Group 2s on the card, over 1,200, 1,600 and 2,000 metres. There's some awesome races on the card with some really good horses running around, notably the return of Ka Ying Rising. Also, Romantic Warrior's first up since his run in Dubai. He's had surgery in the off-season, and in the mile, My Wish looks to stamp his claim as the favourite in the mile. But plenty to talk about as we get through Hong Kong Race Day today. We'll going to have a look at some of the major races and then try and find a bet in another race or two. But what we're going to do at the start of this is we are going to actually have a look at a barrier trial last week at Sha Tin on the all-weather track. There are 4 horses that are running around in the sprint on Sunday, including Ka Ying Rising, and 2 that are running in the mile.
And they're racing. And the Everest winner, Ka Ying Rising, bounced first and he goes straight to the lead over co-partner Prance, My Wish and Raging Blizzard. Devano's on the inside from Helios Express and Galaxy Patch about 5 lengths away last of all. The leader is Ka Ying Rising under Zach Purton. My Wish has gone up to be a length and a half away second and co-partner Prance is third. Fourth is Raging Blizzard, fifth the inside Devano from Helios Express. And Galaxy Patch is 3 lengths away last of all. Ka Ying Rising doing easily off the back, leads a length and a half. Second, My Wish, and third, co-partner Prance. About 3 lengths, Devano, Raging Blizzard, Helios Express, just ridden along a bit. And on the inside is Galaxy Patch. It's Ka Ying Rising and My Wish, 3/4 between them. Co-partner Prance, third. 3 lengths, Devano, then came Raging Blizzard. Ka Ying Rising is cruising here with 2:50 to go. He's 3 in front of My Wish, who is also under a strong hold. Devano's making some ground on the outside of co-partner Prance, but he's back from Australia, and he is going to cruise to an impressive trial win, and he is. Ka Ying Rising, he bolts in. Nothing wrong with the run of My Wish. He's run second, then came Devano, co-partner Prance. Galaxy Patch made some late ground from Raging Blizzard, and back last of all is Helios Express.
Well, as we can see there, the trip to Australia and back has done no issues whatsoever with Ka Ying Rising. If anything, it could have brought him on. He's done what we expect the best sprinter in the world to do, just cruise around in a trial, but he looks like he's taken no effects, which is the main thing. But my God, My Wish, he's going over in the mile on the weekend. He is absolutely bolting at the moment. He's looking to go 3 for 3 this weekend. And I suppose the trial of Helios Express was a confusing one. He was beaten 27 lengths. He did not look comfortable. He was average first up, and this weekend seems a real turning point for him. He did keep on chasing Ka Ying Rising into seconds and thirds last season. But interesting to see how he goes this weekend. I thought Galaxy Patch with James McDonald on was quite good late there as well. But we'll touch on the 3 big races on the card there. Not much of a betting angle though, but more just interest, of course. So race number 6 is the Jockey Club Sprint Ka Ying Rising. He's going to go around very short odds. He's going to go around about $1.10, $1.04. He's drawn barrier 10, and he's got to give all of these horses a little bit of weight as well, which is interesting. All of them £5, given he was the Group 1 winner last season. The rest of the field carries £123, having not won a Group 1 last year, but that won't be an issue. He gave them more weight first up before he went to Australia and won well. I suppose the interesting one is Tomodachi Kokoro, who's going for its 4th win this season for David Hayes, with Harry Bentley taking the ride. Started off the season in Class 2 and is now up in Group 2 grade, has been winning with blistering times as well. And if you've been backing him, you've been getting well paid all season as well. So maybe he is the Quinella horse there for Ka Ying Rising. Lucky Swain S was just okay in Japan. He's still on the comeback trail. Helios Express, as said, was awful the other day. Fast Network's an interesting horse. He's got the talent, but he doesn't produce it on race day at all times. And Wunderbar and Devano down the bottom there. They're a bit out of the weight scale here, but I think Devano can run well back to the 1,200 metres. The mile is race number 7. If we're going to have a bet across these 3 races, it's probably going to be My Wish. He's drawn perfectly in barrier 4. He's been pretty short odds in both of his runs this time in, but now meets a few of these horses worse off for that second up run, where he did carry the minimum weight. He meets Galaxy Patch £7 worse off for that event. Now meets him at equal weights. And Galaxy Patch, as we saw there in the trial, he was the one that finished off into 4th out wide there. James McDonald rode him. Finished off quite well. He hasn't really developed into the horse that we all thought he would be. He won first up brilliantly last campaign and then sort of went off the boil a little bit, whereas My Wish, ever since he ran in the Champions Mile in May, Mark Newnham has said all the way through, he's going to the international 4th up, and he's got 2 for 2. He's going for 3 this weekend. From barrier 4, he'll roll forward. He's going to be the hardest to beat in that race. I think down the bottom, Light Years Charm. He's a horse that's on the way up. He won well in Class 2 grade at last start. Really appreciated a hot pace. Finished off really well there. Step to the mile is going to be no issue whatsoever. Happy Together, as well as co-partner Prance, have been going well this time in as well. So they'll all run well, but My Wish looks to be the one to beat. But the main event of this whole entire day is the Jockey Club Cup. It is a race number 8, 7:50 Australian Eastern Daylight Time this weekend. Romantic Warrior is first up since we've seen him go over to Dubai. He went to Saudi Arabia and back to Dubai. Did not disgrace himself over there. He won first up with ease, then was second on the dirt behind Forever Young, who since won a Breeders' Cup, and then was picked off in the last bound at Dubai on their World Cup night. Look, he's first up. Huey Bowman's been spinning him around in trials. He looks to be going really well, so he looks prepped up. He's only ever lost one of these first up runs before. That was in the McKinnon Stakes, where there was obviously the much talked about issues with his feed not coming across from Hong Kong, and Danny Shum wasn't really happy with him before that, but of course he ended up winning the Cox Plate. Voyage Bubble steps up to the 2,000 metres after getting absolutely slaughtered first up by Matthew Poon. Zach Purton on board. I know first up probably wasn't his go. Last preparation he was beaten first up before winning second up and then winning the Hong Kong Mile third up. But the step to 2,000 metres at this stage of his career, as he's about to turn 7, does look to be a logical one. And then the rest of the field is just the same horses that keep running in these races against Romantic Warrior year after year after year. You've got Straight Aaron ensued, Bundle Awards, Sword Point, Carrying Generation. They're all there. They'll pick up some good prize money, but this is all about Romantic Warrior versus Voyage Bubble. I can't wait to see these two clash. But what we're really here for is a bet, and let's find one. We're going to go to race number 5. This is the Class 3 1,400 metre event. I'm going to go with number 7, Invincible Ibis for Zach Purton and Mark Newnham. This horse won really well, breaking his Hong Kong maiden last start. That was back on the 1st of October. Sat off them and absolutely crushed them, winning by 2 lengths. He sat last. He was last on the turn, just cruised past them. It was a dominant win. He did draw 14 of 14 that day, so he did have to get back to last. I think from barrier 2, he's going to settle a little bit closer. I wouldn't be too worried about the gap between runs. I believe it's because Zach Purton was booked all the way through for Class 3s, all the way through October up until now. So we've had to wait a little bit of time, but this horse has had a trial since that win. He's moved very well in the trials. Look, he's a horse on the way up. He can definitely get up to Class 2 grade and win in that grade for sure going on in the future. So the best of the day this Sunday at Sha Tin is going to be race 5, number 7, Invincible Ibis. Good luck if you're having a bet this weekend. Of course, International Day coming up in just 3 weeks' time in Hong Kong. Can't wait to get over there then. We will catch you next time on the Hong Kong Race Day.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.